shitting me?
All corners on speed. What? Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. It's not that deep. Yeah.
Yo, 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 yo. Mo, what up? Four Corners Boxing, what up?
What's good, everybody? We about to go live right now. Make sure you hit the link, hit the link, hit the link. Come rock with us here at 40 Central. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Yes, sir.
15 rounds of boxing, what up? Mo, X, Uno, the maniac. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Yeah, I can't even hear the music, so I'm gonna turn this shit off, man. What's good, JT?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
What up, you doing all right? Oh, shit. One of those long days?
Week. It's been a real long week, but luckily it's almost over.
Tomorrow's your last day, right?
Yeah.
You gotta work throughout the week, though, or no?
Just gotta do Kips Bay.
But not the school?
No, school will be out. Unless we have practice, which we most likely will. But,
Playoffs are coming, right?
Yes, yeah, they are. We just don't know.
C-Gen?
We don't know with C. We don't know how many games technically we have left because we got to do a lot of
Makeups.
Yeah, so
Yeah. I know the girls are like that too. It's so crazy because it's like they supposed to have a game every day this week and we didn't play not one game. Yeah, but me and you already spoke about the reason and why, but I ain't gonna get into that on here. JT, I got a question. That jacket, what is it, velvet or cashmere? Coming to America, boys.
This is I don't know.
Cashmere?
This is pleather.
Pleather?
Pleather.
That's not pleather.
It's pleather. I didn't know pleather was a real thing. I thought that was made up.
No, that's a real thing.
Oh, and I don't know. I honestly don't even know.
Yo.
Just a fancy cotton. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's just a fancy cotton?
Yeah.
That should look all right, though.
Appreciate it.
So what's good with you, man? Everything good?
Yeah, man. Everything's good. Everything's good. Just turn the mics up.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, it's been a real jam-packed week. It's been a lot of upsides. A lot of upsides this week. I can't even lie. We had a practice today with the boys, which was really good. Shout out to the freshman boys basketball team at Earl Monroe. We putting that pain in. Those are my young ones for real. But coaching freshmen has been a real enlightening experience because this is not my first time coaching high school level students, but this is my first time coaching a high school basketball team, if that makes sense. And it's different when you work in the school and you're a coach. For the people who do it, I understand a long day's work because now not only are you a teacher, you're a coach full-time. Like you're full-time coach now. So it's not like some other coaches who only come in when it's practice time and leave when practice is over. You're there all day and you're doing coach-like things throughout the day. Teachers are coming to you talking about your kid did this in the class and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm cool with you bringing me that information, but at the same time, I didn't fathom that when I actually started coaching. So I didn't factor in like now this is a part of my entire day. So now I'm like coaching and teaching at the same time. But that was today. Yesterday It was Wednesday. It was a real jam-packed day as well. Had to teach classes. We started the Madison Square Garden Earl Monroe Partnership Series again.
What's that?
So that's when the MSG people, they send like 4 or 5 people that work at Madison Square Garden to talk in front of the kids about their jobs and how they are like connected to the game.
Then last time they do that, it was they brought like 4 women.
Yeah, so we had an all-women panel before. This one, we had someone from the Garden of Dreams. We had somebody from the person from the Garden of Dreams was really interesting too, because he was a dude from the Bronx who graduated from Cardinal Hayes, and he was talking about like the travel 2K team that they have for the Westchester Knicks. And that's like an opportunity that you would never hear of, that a lot of these kids that play 2K could actually do. Like, you could make up to $60,000 with this type playing 2K. And it's like, yeah, they have a travel team. So it's the Westchester Knicks, and they have a travel team where they play other like NBA teams, but is with 2K, and they pay for your travel and all of that stuff. So that's an opportunity that you would never know existed had you not been at that last assembly. So there was that. We had the woman who was in charge of the ticketing for the season ticket holders. So when the season ticket holders come into the building, she's responsible for making sure that they have a good time. That was really interesting.
Like a concierge, like for that.
Say what?
Like a concierge, like
I don't know what that is.
Like somebody who like helps you out, like in a hotel, like they make sure you.
Yeah. So something like that. So she's seeing.
How much they make?
I don't know. I didn't ask, but she definitely makes money doing that. Which was dope. We had another dude from the Bronx. He was in charge of all of the social media handles for the Knicks. That was really, really cool. And he was giving kids insight about like how to manage your social media channels, things to do, things to not do, stuff like that. So that was really cool. And then you get to meet the guy who behind like the MSG Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. So that was a real dope connection to make for the kids. And then the last one was a woman who was she was doing marketing and advertisement for the New York Knicks. So like shooting commercials and stuff like that. All dope stuff. And again, like these are things that we didn't have access to when we were their age, and I wish we did, because that would have helped a lot of us tremendously.
I agree, because that's what I really love about what they do, even though like there's other things I really don't like about it. But what I love about them is that they are showing these kids that there are different things in these sports where like, predominantly basketball because it's a basketball school, right? But like if somebody really like baseball and they want to do social media baseball, they know that they can still do that shit. It's still like a possibility, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I like that they show them all those things like that.
So when it comes to that, I'm in charge of putting the event together. I'm in charge of interviewing all 4 guests in front of the entire school. So that, that's a whole thing in and of itself. And then after that, we took 11 young men from the founder of our school who has a business class. We took them to Men's Warehouse. Let me give backstory.
Yeah.
So there's a business class at our school, right?
Greg, what up?
Shout out to Greg, man. Appreciate you.
We got to get on that too. That was a real good idea that he sent to us in the text message.
So boom. So the founder of our school, really, really dope guy, Mr. Flores, Dan Flores, approached me and was like, yo, the kids like look up to you for like the way like you carry yourself and the way you dress and things like that. And he was running a business class, and he mentioned that he wanted to get them all suits. So then some of the kids was like, yo, I want to look like Mr. James, blah, 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 blah. I want him to give his perspective on the suits that we should get. So the founder comes to me and is like, hey, like I want you to organize a trip to somewhere in New York where we could get some suits for a good price. So shout out to Men's Warehouse and Bay Plaza. I've been going there since I was probably a teenager. Anytime I needed suits, between them and the store that used to be right next to BBQ's that closed down. So I called them, set the appointment. Long story short, we shuttled 11 young men from the school to Men's Warehouse. We got them fitted, we got them suits, we got them shirts, we got them ties, and we got them shoes. And it was such a blessing to see that. It was such an amazing thing to see how these kids were reacting to getting suits, because the founder of the school was like, yo, they might not like the trip, and I had to get them to understand, like, you're exposing them to a culture that a lot of them aren't aware of. A lot of us only wear suits when it's funerals, weddings, court. Like, that's what we associate with business attire. And for them to get this opportunity to see, like, no, like, you can get a suit to show that you mean business. You can get a suit to show people a different perspective of you. You get a suit to show the world how powerful and then how serious they need to take you and how they need to look at you as an individual who has intellect as opposed to somebody who may be associated with something that you have nothing to do with. And to see them navigate the space and pick the right suits and learn their measurements and learn about how the colors matter and the palettes matter and the size of the pants and the size of the blazer, how all just seeing a whole class in and of itself definitely was a super uplifting thing, and I was super happy that we put that together. And some of them are gonna get the suits tailored, some of them are gonna get the suits as is because it fit them perfectly. And then when they're all ready after break, we're gonna go back, pick them up, and then they're gonna do a business proposal with about their company and stuff like that, like downtown.
To the people at Men's Warehouse or somewhere else?
No, it's gonna be somewhere else. Like, they're gonna actually try to pitch it to get some funding. Like, this is like, they're at the state, like, they got lawyers, they got the trademark, they got the LLC, they got the brand protection, they got all of that stuff. So the company is completely legit, and they're gonna make a proposal or pitch to their to somebody who could potentially give them some money.
How were the suits though? Did anybody pick out some outlandish shit?
At first, so it was interesting to see that they didn't understand, like, a suit from a tuxedo, a modern fit versus a slim fit versus a skinny fit. So we had to teach them all of that. The first thing was that we had to show them, like, look, the colors that you get matter. So I'll only get blue. You can go navy blue. You can go regular blue-ish, like a little bit darker than regular blue. You can go gray. In particular, charcoal gray. You should avoid black, but you can go black if you want, but you don't really need black. And you can switch up your shirts for each of those type of suits. So that narrowed it down. Then it was like, okay, do you go skinny fit? Do you go modern fit? Do you go slim fit? And then we had to teach them based on the measurements and the sizes, which ones works best for you. And then they had to get used to the fitting of the suits. So we're trying to get them to understand that you all are 15, 16. You don't have to get the super fit, tight suit because you're going to outgrow it. And that's what I had to get them to understand. And they were a little bit uncomfortable with that when they started trying it on, but it's going to make sense 1 year, 2 year, 3 years down the line where you can still use the same suit for an interview, for an internship, for a business proposal, or just to get fly if that's what you want to do. But you want to get as many uses out of it as possible while you're young because more than likely you're going to grow. So that was really, really cool, man. And I'm definitely super appreciative to have the opportunity to coordinate that.
That's cool. I remember the only person I remember having a suit in like 6th grade was one of my men because he had to go to his PO.
Yeah.
And that's how when he came in, he was like, oh, all right, so you got to go over there because you got your suit on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we didn't have nothing like that taught us that, well, man, we should get this suit or we should do any of that stuff. That's so amazing, man. And then they probably gonna start getting wanted more than that, more.
I think it depends. It's weird because it's like when you're dealing with the population like that, they may want to, but they may not have the means to. So it's like you could want a suit, but then it's like at that age, if you got a part-time job and your check is like $350, $400, do you really want to spend $250 on a suit that you may wear occasionally? At that age, I know I'm not doing it. So it's like they're most likely not going to do it either, which is why it's more important to get a suit that you could wear for the next 2 to 3 years.
Right.
So that's what we were trying to, etch into their minds. And then to see like the different type of shirt tie combinations that they were coming up with, that was cool. And just like to even see them asking for help, like, yo, Mr. James, can you help me with this? Mr. James, I'm thinking about this. Mr. James, I'm thinking about that. What do you think about these shoes? What you think about this tie? What you think about this? And I'm like, yo, like these are the different combinations you could do, but it's ultimately your suit and whatever message that you want to send out to the world with your suit and your color combination, that's ultimately up to you. You don't got to model me. You don't got to dress like me. Dress like you, whatever you means. So it was interesting to see them try to find out who they were within that realm.
That goes back to our conversation that we had before a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
When we was looking at like, oh yeah, people do look up to you that you might not know. But remember, what the hell were we talking about that?
I don't know, but
you see, but that from I think our point was saying is like, you had 10 or 11 young men really just looking at you and saying, I just want to just do what you do and be like you and
right.
And like you hold a lot of weight in a lot of these things because honestly, you probably home awake, like what, 3-4 hours?
Probably.
And then go to sleep and wake up and you with these kids.
Yeah.
For most of your day.
Yeah.
So it's like that influence you have on them is amazing, and they're gonna hopefully that it just sticks with them and they give it to the next generation and shit like that. Because honestly, we never had that.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to teach them, and especially like, and now that was a good transition into like what we're actually learning in class. So we started our financial literacy curriculum, which I'm pretty much rebuilding, not from scratch because I have some materials, but I'm pretty much remaking it to make it digestible for our kids, right? Like, for example, for the do now, in the book it says ask them something about like why they think money is this or X, Y, and Z, whatever. And it just felt bland. So I'm like, all right, we need some flavor. So we're gonna play all about the Benjamins. Gonna get that popping. I'm gonna ask you some questions about what was the worst experience you had with your money. We're gonna talk. We just gonna have a different conversation to tailor it to our population of kids. And that is a bit of a challenge in and of itself because I basically have to recreate everything and like recreate the slides and recreate the assignments and all of that stuff. So it's like that can be a little bit overwhelming, but it's worth it when I'm asking kids, did you learn something? And they're saying, yes, I definitely did. So when they answer the question like that and with confidence and they're feeling like, yeah, some of it may be bland, but I'm actually learning something and I know this is going to benefit me in the future, I know I'm doing my job.
That's a good question though. You said what did they spend their money on?
So one of the questions was like, what's one of the worst decisions you made with your money?
What is one of the worst decisions you ever made with your money?
So the story I tell them is when I was in...
No, I don't want to hear the story you tell them.
No, this is real. This is real. When I was young, this is one of my first experiences I had with getting a check with Summer Youth. And I probably made about $600. Like I think I saved up 2 checks or something like that. And this was in middle school. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I buy a nice pair of shoes, that would attract women. That would attract the girls, right? So I ended up buying a pair of Gucci's, which was like $600. So I blew my whole 2 checks, 1 check, whatever it was. I blew it on the pair of Gucci's. And it didn't amount to getting any girls. Like it didn't, like nothing changed with the amount of girls that I either could have had or had at the time. I just had Gucci's. It's the same person. But that showed me, now that I'm older, had I taken my class, I would have known anytime you get paid, you take 50% and you cut that, right? You take 50-50, take half of that, save it. Then whatever's left, you take 50% of that, cut that, invest that. And now the last 25% that you have, you ball out with that. Had I known that and had I invested in fucking Bitcoin in 2006, I'd be a millionaire.
Hell yeah.
And there's little shit like that that we don't think about in our community that could change our lives literally like this.
Shit, I remember when Bitcoin came out and my man called us like, yo, we should buy something. I'm like, I ain't buying that shit.
Right, because we don't believe in long-term investing, and that's the thing that I'm trying to get them to understand. Like the shit that you do now, you're investing whether you believe it or not, right? You're either investing the right way and putting your money into stocks, bonds, companies, and things like that, mutual funds, 401ks, things like that, or you're investing in bullshit that's not going to bring you back any type of value. So you're investing regardless of whether you like it or not. You're either going to make your money work for you or it's not going to work for you. You're going to put it out there and it's going to die. You're never going to see it again. And now they're starting to comprehend things like that. We're having conversations about debt. We're having conversations about financial planning. We're having conversations about budgeting. We're having conversations about just money management in general. What do I do with my first check? I showed them a couple of videos, one with Shaq, one with Draymond Green, and just giving like financial literacy gems on how to manage their money. And I think it's starting to work. It's starting to resonate with them now. We've been doing it now for about a week, but it's a lot of work that goes into it. But these are the conversations that we need to have. If we have them now, we should be having these at like 4 or 5 years old on a basic level. But if you don't have it then, you gotta have it while they're teenagers. We gotta teach them the basics of money as teenagers. If not, all they're gonna do is reflect the habits, whether good or bad, of what they see in the household.
Most say you had Gucci but no coochie.
Right. I was like 12, no, not 12. Yeah, like I had to be like 11, 12 years old. And I'm like, all right, let me get these Gucci's and these should hold me down. And then I kept them for a few years and ended up throwing them in the garbage.
Damn.
Yeah.
I had some of them too.
I had 2 pair.
I had a couple.
I had 2 pair. 2 pair that I bought. Like not on some like gifted. Like I saved up my money and I bought them. And it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it.
I'm gonna tell you mine too, but I think mine is a little bit more older, and it stems from like the mental health thing. I didn't know that I was going through depression.
Right.
Remember, I was going through a lot of things, and I spent my money a lot on like a lot of alcohol.
Right.
Remember, I was wilding, and now that I know myself and I know like how to at least contain it and control some part of it.
Right.
I know that I would never be like that ever again if I had whatever I had. And I had to go through that too, because if I didn't go through that, I would just be spending my money on anything.
Right.
Because I didn't know.
Exactly. And even to Mo's point, like me too, like I first of all, I had a pair of fake Pradas that nobody was able to tell. I had a pair of fake Pradas that I got from some fucking Jamaicans uptown. I don't know why I thought Jamaicans uptown would sell me legit Pradas. It was from like 233rd or some shit like that. Complete scam. But got away with it. Nobody knew they was fake. Or at least they didn't tell me to my face. And then
how you know they were fake?
Bro,
you just guessed? I mean, did you?
I mean, you could look at them.
And
like we were young, so when we bought them, we didn't like look at them before. Like after we looked at them, like we opened the box. All right, cool, they look good. And then when we got home, I called my man. I was like, "Yo, bro, I think this nigga just got us on some shit." He was like, "Yeah," like so. Then he went up there with his pops, and his pops like spazzed on him and shit like that. Like he got his money back, whatever. Me, I didn't even care. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna wear them if they think it's fake. Fuck it. Like, what's the worst thing gonna happen? They gonna say it's fake? All right, cool. Like, all right, yeah, they fake." They look just like yours, though. So what are we talking about? But nobody...
Funny shit is, though, like a couple of years back, like I was like cleaning out the closet and all that shit, I found my old Pradas and all that shit.
That's crazy. I wish I could find mine.
I think I still, like, I don't think I threw them out. I think they in the closet in a box just to, like, have them there. Like,
that's crazy.
I think I still have them shits.
If I ever find those again, I'm
You gonna wear them?
Hell yeah. Just so the kids can see. Because they, like, they think, yes, we're older. Right? Yeah. But we're not so far removed to where like we're that much different than them. But they be thinking that like the age gap is so wide. It's like, I mean, nah. Like I understand a lot of what y'all do and what y'all go through and shit like that. Like we're not that far removed. But I'll be wanting to show. I'll be wanting to see like, yo, this was.
I'm gonna go check in the crib if I got them. I'm gonna check.
Pradas was the shit, man. Pradas was the shit. Pradas, Maury's.
Yeah, I'm gonna check if I got those.
Bally's, Gucci was big. It was a lot. There was a lot of shit back there, man.
Nah, that's dumb funny. That is. Yeah.
And back then, people was getting killed for their shit. Like it's not now. That's one of like the ill things about scamming that nobody talks about. That stopped a lot of people from dying and getting robbed. Now it's like people could just go online and get a couple credit cards and just go online shopping and get all that shit sent to their house. Before, you had to go outside and take somebody's shit off their feet. I'm talking about beat them up, boop, 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 take it off their feet and get away and hope to not see them again. It's not like that no more. Like they was snatching pills off of people's backs. It was really the wild, wild west back then. Now y'all got scamming. So I could be 14, 15, 16 in the crib, type something up, and then now it's in my crib 2 days, 3 days.
Right. Avarex, Vanson, Vasquez, Tim.
Oh, Vasquez. Wow.
Beef and Brock Tims.
Wow, shout out to Vasquez. Some people still got those, too.
For real?
Yeah, I seen somebody with them. Like,
I think they tried to come back with, like, the Avarex jackets, like, a couple of years ago.
Right.
I don't know if you've seen that, but I don't think anybody ever went to where it went.
No. I'm good on that.
Did you buy leather?
Like, buy leather?
No, would you buy, like, a leather right now?
Like a regular black leather? Yeah.
Or what, regular black leather? Like, nice skinny one?
Yeah, I would still get a leather. I think leathers are dope.
Yeah,
I actually want one. I just never got around to getting one.
What about like a leather trench coat?
That might be pushing it.
He gonna look like Blade.
That might be too much. Because I just can't see myself in it. Like, I have long coats. Like, don't get me wrong, but a leather coat, I've never even thought about that. I think that's too much. For me, I ain't got nothing against people that wear long leather coats. I'm not judging. But if you're gonna do it, hey, rock out. Have fun.
I'm streaming right now, but I'm here. Got y'all tabbed up. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate
Hoodie
you.
SB. Make sure y'all go follow that man. Follow that man on Twitch and Instagram. He got some dope content. Definitely nice with the gaming and all that shit. I can't keep up with him, but y'all go tap in with that man. I can't do the games and stuff like that no more.
What I said? He said pause. What did I say now?
I don't know.
He be just trying to catch me doing
the pause committee.
Yeah.
Bring him on trial.
All right.
We need the gavel. We need the 15 rounds of boxing gavel.
We still got it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's in there.
Okay.
I'm not
getting up.
Yeah, it's too cold over there.
Back in the day, Big Plaza Mall.
I'm trying to think, man. This was just such a jam-packed week.
Yeah, it's been. Oh, I'll let you think, but it's been long short for me at the same time.
Yeah,
because one that bullshit ass snowstorm that came.
Yeah, we had a snow day.
That was like the other kids could have went to school.
I would say yes and no. Like it's hard. It's easy to say that in hindsight, but when you're expecting, it was just the timing of the snowstorm. Like had the snowstorm been timed for like that night, they would have went to school. But it was supposed to be like 6 a.m. to like 1 p.m. It was some like numbers like that, like when they're commuting to school, and then like pretty much to when they get out of school. So I understand
it was supposed to just like come down a lot.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 5. They said 5 inches.
Yeah, 5 to 8.
They said about 5 to 8 inches of snow. So with that, the timing of it would have made it difficult for kids to get to school and to get home, and it would have just been that's too much of a close call when they don't have to go. And then 9 times out of 10, these kids ain't really learning shit in school. Like I was just having that conversation with somebody anyway. So we really pushing these kids into school like they learning shit when they really not. Most of I don't even. All right, man.
Yeah. We can't let you go down that rabbit hole. But I was talking to my daughter about that shit. She was like, "Dad, I don't do shit."
And that's the fucking problem, because we have kids that want to learn and we have teachers that don't want to teach. But we keep giving them these salaries to be in front of our kids, and that shit frustrates the fuck out of me because I feel like I'm doing my part. So if I'm doing my part, why can't you? And if you can't do your part, then you shouldn't be making the money that I'm making. That's the problem. If you're going to do bullshit work, get a bullshit salary. But you know why you won't do that? Because if you had a bullshit salary for this job, you would leave. Matter of fact, we all got bullshit salaries. Teachers should be getting paid more. But you get the point that I'm trying to make. You're comfortable with the money that you're getting, and you're doing a bullshit job. And this is just schools in general, because I've worked in several schools, right? The issue is that you'll have 5 teachers that really give a fuck, and then you'll have 25 teachers that's like, no, then you'll have 15 teachers that's like, I'm here some days, I'm here, I'm not. Cool. I love the kids, but I'm not going to go above and beyond. And then you have another 10 that just don't give a fuck. And that ratio is just not good enough for the population that we have. We are in the midst of an education crisis, and it is affecting our kids the most. They can't read, they can't write, they can't do math on a grade level or above. And now it doesn't get exposed until they leave high school and they can't compete for the jobs that they need to survive. That's the problem. And not only that, in New York City, it's even worse because we're having an influx of people coming from another country, which to each his own, however you feel about that. Where do you think a lot of these jobs are going to go to? Why would I pay a kid with a high school diploma, what is the minimum wage now, $17 an hour? Why would I do that when I could pay a kid off the books to do it for $5 an hour? And he would fucking appreciate that more than you're 16. Basic math. So now again, shit is all fun and the TikTok dance and shit is all cool, right? Until you got to do a resume. Until they ask you for a cover letter and you can't write a paragraph about yourself. Letter? Basically, it's yeah. So it's like, until you got to write. You
trying to explain it to me?
No, I'm thinking out loud. So like, now you can't write a cover letter, so you go to ChatGPT, and then they read the shit, and then they talk to you, and it's like, this don't match. This don't match. So again, we have to do better at holding our schools accountable. And like I said a couple episodes again, this always comes down to the parents and the families. The teachers, like me, I can act like I've sat down with principals of our schools and told them the same shit to their faces. You got staff that's here that don't give a fuck about our kids. What are you gonna do about it? But it can't just be me saying stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It has to be the families. It has to be the coaches. It has to be the community leaders. It has to be the people who say they care about these kids.
Well, that's exactly what our conversation was last week. With Cole, and I brought that shit up, but everybody else didn't bring that shit up. So it's like, if nobody else does it, then what the fuck is gonna happen? And
that's the problem. Mm-hmm. And I think part of it, the toughest part is that in New York City, Smooth Lindo, what's up? What's up? Make sure y'all go follow Smooth Lindo. That's the homie right there for real.
Facts.
Make sure. No, I was saying in New York City it's difficult with education because there really aren't too much community schools anymore. And what do I mean by that? I think more kids travel now to different schools than ever before. So because of the rise of charter schools, people don't go to their local school anymore. So it used to be everybody went to the same elementary school. Everybody went to the same middle school, unless you went to Catholic school and your parents could afford it. Mm-hmm. But now, parents are letting their kids travel on the bus to middle school to go to a charter school that they think is better because of the name, but it really ain't shit. Whether it be Success, whether it be Dream, whether it be Hours, whatever the school is, right? They're sending their kids on the bus so that way they think they're having a better education. And that's cool. I have no problem with that because you're thinking you're doing the right job. Fine. But now, because of that, parents aren't communicating with each other because it's only the kid that's associated with that school. Before it was all the kids in the neighborhood went to the same school. My parents knew the 5th grade teacher. Your parents knew the 5th grade teacher. My sister knew the 5th grade teacher because she was there before me.
Our parents knew each other.
The parents knew each other.
Everybody was outside.
We seen each other at the store. We seen each other at the park. We seen each other at basketball games, football games. It was a community effort. Now that's not there anymore because everybody's just separating to go to different places. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's different.
But is it that much different now? I mean, because when I was going to high school, I went to Catholic school. I didn't go to Lehman. That's where everybody went.
No, that's what I'm saying. But those were usually the two options.
Lehman
that's what I'm saying. Oh. It was either you went to Lehman or you went to a Catholic school. Now you can either go to Lehman, you can go to American Dream, Success Academy, Catholic school. Everybody's scattered. Before,
I don't think there wasn't that many charter schools there wasn't any charter schools when we were going.
There were charter schools, but it was like slowly on the rise. So like we were like the last generation of like when the schools were big schools.
Well, see, my little cousins, when I started to know about charter schools, my little cousins was going to charter school. I was like, okay, what is a charter school?
Right,
They just went, they got out later or some shit like that. At that point, that's all I knew because I didn't give a fuck. But we didn't really have that.
We didn't have it like that. And so it really started with Bloomberg when he started to take down the bigger schools. So we were like that last group to see Lehman be Lehman. Right? Or Kennedy like when I got to Kennedy, it was already broken up. But before that, these were a lot of like the first year schools during this breakdown of the big school process. And the thought process was cool behind it. Like I understand, like, okay, Kennedy is or Lehman, let's use Lehman for example, or Columbus, whatever. Columbus is so huge that if they don't have what I want to study, I'm wasting my time there. So now I can go to a school of performing arts that's in Columbus that's focused on performing arts. Yeah, that's a great thought in theory, but in practice, it didn't go down like that. You had schools that was taking these names and not doing shit that had to do with the title. You going to a school that says school and sports professions, you're not learning shit about sports professions. So a lot of people took this as an opportunity to start their schools and did a bullshit job and was never held accountable. Now that fucks up the money. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant, but
sorry, go ahead.
It fucks up the money for the schools because now you had Columbus once upon a time that had one principal and probably 3 assistant principals, and that's how the school functioned. Now you have that same building with 4 or 5 principals and now 2 to 3 APs apiece. Where's that? Now the money's going to the administrators' pockets. Why it's not going to the kids? So now the kids can't have home ec. The kids can't have driving classes. The kids can't have trade classes. Now all that money that was happening before we was getting in high school, or like right at the tail end of it.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that.
It's gone.
Yeah, I ain't having it. I don't think I had.
I think it was a generation before us was the last ones that have like home ec and like Lehman had a whole driving program where you learn how to like build cars and drive cars and shit like that.
I do remember that. I remember somebody was in that. I knew somebody that was in that.
They had that. So it's like all of that shit is gone. All of that shit is gone. True NC. If you were not going to school, they were riding around in a paddy wagon to pick you up. And if you didn't have ID, bro, they throwing you against the wall, shaking you down. Then they throwing you in the paddy. Then they taking you to school. I don't remember if they was calling parents or not. I don't think they was doing that. But they were driving around looking for kids who were cutting school, throwing you in the back of the paddy wagon, and taking your ass to school. These kids don't got that. All they got to do is show up, and they don't even want to do that. Shit is sad, man. Shit is sad. It hurts my heart that the state of education for I'm only speaking for our community. My people in poverty, my people in the inner city, my people living on check to check, my people that don't got it like that, my people who can't afford to send their kids to better opportunities. I'm talking for those people.
So let me ask you a question then. What do you feel like now the junior high schools are like that?
Say that again?
Junior high schools are becoming a lot of charter schools.
You're right, and it's the same result. But again,
because IS, when we went to IS, it was IS. Now it's 3 different schools.
Yeah, IS doesn't exist anymore. But that was the whole thought of the whole program, was to take down these big schools to make 2 to 3 schools in these buildings. And now you have these schools, they can't even breathe because there's no space. There's no space. They can't do what they want. They can't use the gym when they want. They can't use the auditorium when they want. Administrators aren't getting along, so now they're being spiteful with each other. It's just a mess, man. It's just a big mess. New York City has to scrap all of this shit, go back to Catholic, some charters, or give the charters their own buildings, because there's a bunch of buildings in the Bronx that we don't need. Give them their own buildings, go back to the big schools, and bring it back the right way, man. Let kids used to be able to graduate with a trade. I don't want to go to college. I want to be an electrician. Why we can't do that? Why we can't allow a kid to become a mechanic? Why we got to send them out of their high school to a trade school? We should be able to have that in high school. But they're trying to funnel kids into this is a whole nother conversation. They're trying to funnel kids. It's all about money. Just follow the money. When you funnel kids from high school to New York State schools, which is what they try to do, New York State colleges, who you think gets that money when kids are taking out loans that they can't pay? Mm-hmm. And we just had that conversation in class the other day.
No, I just had that conversation with somebody the other day too.
Right. Don't sign a dotted line for a loan unless you're willing to take the responsibility that comes with that. Schools are predatory. Colleges are predatory. They are preying on young kids, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. Literally, they're advertising. They're not advertising to the parents, oh, please bring your kid here. No, they're saying child 17, 18 that has no idea about anything that has to do with financial literacy, sign your name on a dotted line, the same way we talk about signing to the Illuminati, it's the same shit here. They want our kids to sell their souls for a degree that is not going to help them in the future because it's not because of the school, it's because kids are signing their dotted line on this dotted line at a young age and they don't understand what's coming with it. Now, if they had the proper knowledge and they understood how to do a real process of elimination and they had a financial game plan on how they were going to give the money back, cool. But for these high schools to try to funnel these kids into these New York State public colleges just to get them to sign the dotted line so that way the school can get another $15,000, $10,000 per semester from a kid who don't even know if he wants to fucking go to college. Mm-hmm. But we don't have these conversations, and that's just the whole messed up New York City public education system in a nutshell.
You all right?
I'm good.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure.
I'm good. It's just frustrating because I get up in the morning every day to go to school, to go to bat against this shit that they're trying to do to our kids. And when I feel like I'm in a place, and I'm not saying this is my school, but just in general, but when I feel like I'm in a place where everybody's not trying to do that, it's frustrating to me. Like when Kobe's in that mode, like, yo, I gotta get up at this time and go to the gym and put up reps and put the work in, and then You expect me to give you the ball and you got to practice late and you was on your phone bullshitting and you left practice early? Fuck out of here. Trade this nigga. I don't even want that. I don't even want that energy around me. Trade this nigga. And that's what he did. LeBron does the same thing. You're not here to win a championship. You're not here to do what it takes. See you later. And that's the attitude. That same attitude is what we got to have in our schools for our kids. Again, our kids. I'm not speaking to anybody else but our kids. That's it.
Nah, that was good. That was good. That was good. How did we get there?
I don't know. We was talking about, I was just going through my week. And this is just the shit that I be having to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
You just feel like you had to let that out.
Yeah,
that's good. We here to listen.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate y'all in the chat too with the comments and all
There's
that
a lot.
stuff.
I wanted to get to some, but I'm gonna have to find all of them shits.
Oh wait, I'm trying to see. 21. Yo, we got 21-year-old teachers with BBLs, bro. This shit is not like.
Yeah.
Again, I ain't got nothing against what you do with your body, your choice. I'm perfectly fine with that. But it's like, kids pay attention to everything. The way you dress, they pay attention to your hygiene. They pay attention to the way, like, what you do with your hair. They pay attention to the way you talk. They pay attention to the way you act. They pay attention to your emotion. They pay attention to everything. And when they like you, they'll try to mimic that. Right? So I'm not saying you can't get a BBL and be a teacher. That would just be ignorant to say. But what I'm saying is understand what you're teaching the kids when you do that. That's all I'm saying.
That's a good thing though. There's no more PAL?
No, we don't have a. I mean, I think technically there is, but it wasn't like when we were kids and every police station was trying to do their own thing. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
I didn't know they took that out. Well, my daughter's old enough now to start doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
So like I really wasn't looking, but PAL was the shit. Like having those PAL tournaments and bro, when we was younger, I don't know if you played with us, but we did like the church tournament. We played basketball with the church niggas. We did mad stuff that like these kids actually don't do right now. They don't do nothing.
Bro, it was a community effort, bro. I remember, and I hate to talk like about the past and stuff, but I remember a church used to come to the hood with like 3 or 4 or 5 white people. And this was probably just one of the most dangerous shits. Like, niggas could have really got kidnapped when you think about it. But they pulled up with a coach bus and parked it on the middle of the block. Hopped out. Yo, who want to come to the church? We got food. We got games.
I remember
we can
that.
Chill. We can hang out.
They did that on the block, right?
They did that. They pulled up with the coach bus, took all the kids from the block, brought us to a church that was probably like a mile away, right?
Wasn't it the one by
It was about the one by Bruckner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right there. The one by Bruckner.
Yeah.
They took us about a mile away, and they just had us in there for the day. We running around, we playing games, we learning about God and all this other shit. So it was dope. Kids like today, they don't have experiences like that. They don't go out like back then you had to go out the neighborhood with the hood. Like the whole hood is outside.
Yeah.
You from Fordham, you from West Farms, you from Dub City, you from Soundview. The hood traveled together. The hood went to Six Flags. The hood went to the pool. The hood went to the gym. The hood did shit together. Now, or the hood went to the party, whatever it was. Now it's not like that. It's like every man for himself out there.
Nah,
Shit
that's what
crazy.
it is. Thank you, Smooth. Yogi Bear still comes and does it right in front of Kids Bay.
Yes.
They still do. And no funny shit. There'd be a lot of kids out there. Not as much as before, but Yogi Bear still be out here doing what they got to do for the kids.
Right,
They try.
right.
They still try.
They try.
Yeah,
they definitely try.
And
I like
they
Yogi
come.
Bear.
They go right in front of Kids Bay, and they chilling. And they got the yellow truck. They open that shit up. They do plays and all that shit. They still do it. So I shout out to Yogi Bear, man, for real.
Yeah, but they definitely could have kidnapped us on that coach bus. For sure. Like that could have been a real bad situation.
And I don't think anybody ever said anything. Like, it just went.
I know like they would, like I remember vividly, like they was like, yo, we need permission from your parents. So I remember calling my mom out the window and she's saying it was okay because all my friends were around me. Did everybody have parental permission? I doubt it. But it's like, there was no paperwork.
Yeah.
There was no signatures. There was nothing to say that we didn't, like our parents wasn't going to this church. Like they didn't know who these people were. So it was like, they did it probably because they was already doing community work, so they was probably familiar. Like, I'm sure the parents were familiar with like the idea of what it was, but
yeah,
I remember that. Know them, so like that shit could have been bad.
My mom said it's really the parents also, because my mom used to load up. We had a minivan, bro. There was one. My mom had a little car, bro. I kid you not. We fit like 20 kids in the backseat.
Mm-hmm.
Because we was like, yo, we got to just go. All of us just went and jumped in the back seat. I mean, everybody, I sat in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me and Stoll sat in the front. I remember that shit. We had to squeeze, like.
Did y'all lap up?
Nah. Okay. Nah. But, like, everybody in the back was, like, was crunch, bro. We did all that shit. And that goes back to what I was saying last week, because, like, I was like, yo, I'm getting exhausted because I got one playing basketball. I got another one doing volleyball. I got to go pick up my son. Today, shout out to Sophia. They won the championship today for volleyball. Yeah, let's go. We got another game. We beat the whole District 8. District 9 is on the 29th. So we're going to have another game that day. So they're going to beat all the districts and shit like that.
Nice.
Like now, even though she said that, like the other day I took like 4 or 5 kids with us. You know what I mean? Let's go. Y'all don't know how to get there? Let's go.
We out.
But a lot of people don't do that. You just see get their kid. All right, let's go. Be out. They don't care.
Yep. Back in the day, Rob Talley had the truck.
We had to do all that shit together.
Everybody get in the truck. Rob Smith had the car. Everybody get in the car. And we used to just ride out.
We played basketball with the church niggas, Justin. Right? We learned about God and other shit.
That's how it felt. That's how it felt back then. That was probably my 12-year-old self talking in the moment. Like, we was learning about God and all this other shit. And we just wanted crackers. We wanted crackers and what's the red drink?
The little fruit punch they had.
We wanted the fruit punch. And we had the little pamphlets and all that other shit. But we was there for
fun.
We was there for the fun and to get out the hood and see some different shit. But
not for nothing, that's like that's cool because everybody went to certain things together. When we went to go play ball in Waterbury, it'll be 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 of us that would just walk over there.
It was the hood.
And then we'll walk back or whatever like that.
It was the hood.
Like now you see one person from here, one person from there, and they get taking the bus here, and they get taking the bus there. They don't, like, nobody does shit no more.
It was the hood.
These kids ain't shooting shit.
Yeah, bro. The kids I think they just had like a 4-person shooting with teenagers in like Mount Eden a couple days ago. Like, it is really bad in the Bronx, man. And I know, like, I don't want to glorify it, and I know like people talk about like Chicago a lot, and rightfully so, because Chicago has been a wild city for a while now. But the Bronx got to be up there, bro. Like, this is some of the most wildest shit I have ever heard in my life. And
what you mean?
Just like the amount of shootings, stabbings, killings, like I just saw a guy on social media in the Bronx had a machete, a dog, and like a cup of some bull. It was probably a cup of piss. And he was just going around knocking on people's doors. Luckily, somebody had a Ring camera recorded it. He was going around knocking on people's doors, and luckily nobody opened for him. Well, in that video, I don't know if anybody eventually did, but shit like that, like that's not normal. You're not supposed to live in conditions where somebody is fucking comfortable enough to knock on your door with a machete.
But you don't think that's always been around? There's always been crazy people.
No,
I just feel like now that's more televised because of social media, the Ring, most of all that shit. Now we can see it, but there's always been fucking crazy people out there.
Yes, but it's different when you're in a small little rock that is the Bronx and everybody's living on top of each other. So unless you're like in the outskirts, like Throgs Neck, like Van Cortlandt, Edgewater, like if you're not in one of those type of places and you're in the mix of the Bronx, you could be the most innocent person in the world and just be in the wrong place and wrong time and just get into something. Just because the proximity, everything is so close.
But didn't you say that shit the other day?
Probably. I probably
You said that when you said there was like a 12 or 14-year-old that just like got beat up on the corner at the bus stop for no reason.
Yeah, somebody got a kid.
Yeah.
Case in point.
Yeah.
A kid got slashed waiting at the bus stop.
That's what you said. Yeah.
Like the shit just happens, and that's the part. Last thing about education, I promise this, y'all. Well, I can't promise it. I'm gonna try. This is what why these kids in the Bronx have to leave the ghetto to understand that this shit that they're experiencing is not normal. It's not normal to see your friend get stabbed or to see someone get shot or to walk on the train and step over a crackhead. That shit's not normal, and it's affecting you. And you don't even know it because this is your normal day-to-day, but it's affecting you. And this is why traveling is important. So if your kid can get out the hood for a day, great. If your kid if you could take a kid out the hood for a day, kid, do it. You might change that kid's life.
Bro, that's what I've been telling.
Some kids never been to Brooklyn.
Bro, yeah, like that's why like when Sophia gets out of school, her and her friend come to the house if she has to. Like I'd rather them be in the crib than be outside doing that, like going, like being around, smoking weed, doing whatever like that. Leah and them, they want to come to the crib. Go ahead, go in the crib. I just want to say, Smooth was like her little brother had a baby at 14, and 2 days ago the baby's dead because the mom suffocated it. I don't really want to get into that, but we could definitely talk about that off.
Well, let's just have a quick moment.
Yeah. Yeah, we sorry for that, man. 2 years old. I don't know how anybody feels about it, but that's crazy and that's sad. And I'm in this perspective too, and you can see this. Parents really don't push their kids anymore. At my daughter's games, who's there? One family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only I go. I make sure everything, all that, like everybody goes for the. But do you see anybody else's family there? Respectfully, no, I don't.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to see that shit. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, all right, we could go into the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl?
Dun, 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 dun. Well, does anybody have any questions about education or something like that while we're here? Or if anybody want to jump in on this conversation, we could put the link in the chat to join. You could
I'll put it in, right? But I'll put it again.
Yeah,
right
if you got a phone, you could just join us right now. Definitely give your input on the state of education.
Just said you got to stay neutral in regards to Leah. We wasn't even talking about how we was talking about the family, the parents.
Yeah, but it kind of like, that's why I just said, I'm just, people interpret things different ways.
She said, she said somebody was on the podcast and they saw her. They was like, y'all spoke to your father. You better do good this game. She's like, who the hell are you? Who the hell was that?
That was like last year.
No, it was like 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, I don't know. She didn't tell me about that.
Oh. She was like, I pinned it. Oh, how do I pin this shit? Start,
I guess. Oh wait, no, hit the dots.
No. It is what it is. I can see it. It's right there. Yeah. Valentine's Day, though, just passed. How was your Valentine's Day?
It was work. What was Valentine's Day? Yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yesterday I went to work. After work, we had a team meeting. No, did we have practice? No, we didn't have practice yesterday. No. Yeah. What was yesterday? Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so shit. We had work. I had the MSG thing. I had to do the suits. I came back. I had to go to I got some flowers. Got a nice bouquet of flowers for wifey, so I hope she loved those. And dropped it off. We spent some time together. We chopped it up and went right back to work. Then we had to do Kips Bay. From Kips Bay, came over to the studio to help produce 15 rounds of boxing.
Shout out to
which
15
you
rounds
all
of boxing.
should follow.
We gotta get
Fight
them
Night
to
X,
1,000,
the Maniac,
man.
my man Fight Night Mo. We gotta definitely get them to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you go follow them and all the boxing hot takes that they have at Four Corners Boxing. After that, before that, I had to go to Home Depot get the heater fluid. Then I came here, did the show. Then I went home, went to sleep. Then I had to get to school I got there by like 6:30, 6:45. I had to create the lesson plan for the day, for the financial literacy stuff. And then, then we did it all over again today for the most part.
We still here.
Yeah, we're still here. So Valentine's Day was definitely work, but this is why I'm grateful to have who I have in my corner because she understands what we're working towards. So Definitely appreciate you.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, for real. Yeah, man, I did the same with the kids. Sophia had a game yesterday, called to get picked up. I had to go food shopping, I had to get everything ready. And just feel like sometimes Valentine's Day is just a day. I feel like that about a lot of things. I've been saying that about holidays for the past year now.
You know what's crazy? Me and a guy, when I was buying the flowers, this guy that was in front of me, and because the line was long as shit, so we standing there. And, you standing in line next to somebody for over 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're about to say something.
Yeah, you're bound to say something. So he turned around. He said, "Yo, can you believe we doing this bullshit again?" I'm like, "Yo, you know what? Like, I feel you on that because all Valentine's Day is for real was just a made up holiday. Probably some pagan shit when you really look into it on some devilish shit. But whatever. With marketing, you can make people think that rapists are cool. So, with that." The right marketing, they probably changed the meaning of Valentine's Day, and then now it's this whole sweet holiday to make you buy something between New Year's and Easter.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But I've been feeling like the holidays on holidaying for a while. I've been saying that though.
Yeah, I mean, I think that comes with age.
Yeah.
Like, you pick up I just feel like I said this before, just the way that you perceived time changes as you get older. So now it's like things seem more repetitive. You start seeing the bullshit and a lot of the things that you were told as a kid. And then you have to go through a process of relearning a lot of the things that you are now coming to understand the bullshit. And it usually starts with things like Santa Claus. Mm-hmm. You grow up loving Santa Claus. You find out it's fake. And then you have to relearn how you're going to process this time of year for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. Are you going to be somebody who's gonna follow the tradition? Are you going to make your kids follow the tradition? Are you going to, do you believe in this holiday? You have to relearn all that stuff. And now, you just do that with every type of holiday that comes around.
Man, you said vegan. Valentine's Day is a pagan. It's the Cupid worship.
Yo, it's shit don't be that complicated.
Worshiping of Roman gods, Eros or Cupid. Okay.
Oh, niggas don't even... Ask anybody in New York to name 3 Roman gods, bro. I guarantee you they're going to say Hercules, who was fucking Greek. Come on, bro.
That's it. Not to switch that up in the Greek and all that shit, but did you watch Troy Fall of a City?
No, I never got around to that.
It's actually pretty good.
Is that new?
Yeah.
That's the one with Denzel?
No. It's a new series on Netflix.
I'll check it out. I like Roman.
Me too. I actually like to do that and to figure out why this shit. Obviously, it's not all accurate. We don't really know what the hell happened on, but basically, how Troy fell was because a woman Helen, she went from the Greek side and went to the Troy side.
Oh, she was a hot.
Nah, she was just a whore. That's what they said.
Oh. You whore!
That's right. I had to read up. After I watch everything I watch. If there's anything on it, I'll read after it.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure that I understand what the hell happened or what's going on.
Right.
And I'm not really. Yeah, the fall of Troy. Yeah. That shit was alright. It was alright. It wasn't that bad. It sped up a lot of things and other shit like that. But it was pretty good.
Okay.
It was pretty good. Pretty good. I'll give it a watch. I'll give it another watch if I really need it.
Is it just one season?
Yeah, right now. And then they're gonna go from Troy to I think the next book after that was Odyssey. And then I'm gonna read up on that and see how that goes. But then I was talking to Warren yesterday. Warren pulled up on me, and we was talking about spoilers and shit like that. And I'm like, I don't care about spoilers because I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna realize something else that you don't see. So so I read up on I'm gonna just read up on Odyssey and see exactly what the hell they talking about and shit like that. But it was good. It was really good. It was good. The Romans used to throw violent parties, February 13 to 15. They did this shit.
The feast of what? That's a person. Is that a person?
Bro, all these names is different though. They all.
No, but is that celebrating the feast of another human being?
Or that could be a Roman god or goddess. I don't know. But
I don't know. Keep that pagan shit away from me.
Yeah, but now that when you said that, that reminded me of the show. That shit was alright.
Valentine's Day's bullshit. All that other, a lot of the stuff that we celebrate is bullshit. We just got to start making up our own holidays. That's it.
Made up Kwanzaa.
No, that's okay. Okay. Shout out to Kwanzaa.
Yeah, but that's the manual. All the holidays are pagan shit. That's true.
That's what I'm saying. But we smart enough now, so we can just make our own holidays, whether the government want to recognize it or not. We just do our own thing. We got Juneteenth to be federal holiday, so they come around eventually. But like Kanye West said, one person jogging down the street with just a T-shirt in the cold looks crazy. 1,000 people doing it. It's a marathon. Simple as that. So it's strength in numbers. Shout out to Yeezus, man.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's it for Valentine's Day. I ain't. Some people are not work there on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. I'm good on that. I mean, I like the gestures of Valentine's Day.
But what's the difference between doing that tomorrow? I mean, yesterday or doing it like Friday when you want to take your girl on that date?
There's no difference, right? So if you're in a relationship, I feel like Valentine's Day shouldn't feel out of the norm. And what do I mean by that? Like,
yeah, I agree.
Yes, you should make your spouse feel special, of course. But that if it's only happening on Valentine's Day, chances are the relationship won't work. That's all I'm saying. So get out there. Do spontaneous things, do random things, go on random trips, stuff like that. But if Valentine's Day is going to be the only day where he or she feels appreciated, then that might not be the best relationship for you.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. That's how I see it. It is what it is to me.
And then they up the prices on everything.
Oh, roses is crazy, right?
Yeah, you're paying like $20 for a rose. Like,
and a fucking teddy bear for no reason.
Right, a teddy bear that's going to just go in the garbage after 2 months.
Oh, your dog's going to eat that shit.
That too.
Something's going to happen. He's going to forget this shit. Oh, yeah, he got me a teddy bear. Okay.
Yep.
The chocolates are going to get ate.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is, all that shit is not.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I think a lot of those holidays are like that now, though.
Absolutely.
And I think that's right, though. That just comes from me growing up and shit like that. But I always do it with the kids. As long as the kids know that they get, like Cole went to school with Valentine's for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could do that. That's young. Let them enjoy it. But for me, if I'm in a relationship, I think I want to take you out when I don't got the kids. That's good bread. We could do that.
Right. And even in school, I'm Dr. Love. So for Valentine's Day, I tell the kids, like, look, you need help. You don't know how to navigate that space of telling somebody how they feel. I got you. Just come to Dr. Love.
You better be careful with
Tell me about your problems, and I got you.
You better be careful with that.
Oh, of course.
Her teddy bear's here to stay. Unless the dog bites that shit.
Right. Or unless it gets thrown out the window.
Did I ever tell you about the plate that got thrown out my window? I told you that shit, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shorty was mad. She threw my whole food out the window. She like, you eating? Not while we arguing, threw my whole plate out the window.
Should have made her catch that shit.
I was so tight. I sat on the couch. I was like, bro, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, you should have made her catch it. Like, jump out and catch it.
Oh, Dr. Love, nah. You're right. You're not Diddy.
Oh.
Yeah, nah. Smooth, you right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's okay. We're not going to.
Yeah, we changing that. Do men deserve gifts on Valentine's Day, or is it just for the ladies? Yes, we deserve gifts too. We just do not want pussy.
That'll work.
Thank you. Like, give me a gift. I'll take a rose. Well, I like flowers too.
I'm not a flower guy.
Me either, but I'll take if you give me a flower, this is cute.
I mean, I'll speak for me. I really don't care about gifts for the most part.
Me too.
Like, I'm not a gift. I'm not a good gift receiver, if that makes sense.
Me too.
I love gifts in a sense, like, I appreciate, like, you actually thinking about me and you did a nice gesture for me. But is it going to affect my day if I have a gift or not? No, it's not.
I agree with that. But just to play devil's advocate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But dudes deserve gifts too.
So what?
They deserve gifts too.
No, for sure,
gifts.
for
like
sure.
I'm saying, I agree with you. I don't really give a fuck about gifts, whatever like that or whatever like that. Like time, we can spend time and I'll be happy with that. But you can be happy with your gift, and that kind of makes me more happier when you like what I get you.
Right.
So that all that in the sense, like, but if you was to get me something, it's good. But a lot of women just think if I give him some pussy, that's his gift for Valentine's Day.
That shouldn't be the case.
But is it?
I think it's hard to say it on a general level because everybody's relationship is different. So I think you just have to know your spouse, right? So if your spouse is somebody who
That's
actually
facts.
cares about gifts, male or female,
Dude.
you should be getting them a gift.
Hold on real quick. Smooth is right, though. It's 2024, bro. Girls ain't buying roses to no nigga because now that's sassy. We was on the chat like a couple of months ago, and it was like, yo, if you smoke hookah, nigga is sassy. And I'm like, yo, I'm
seen
smoking
that.
hookah right now.
I see that.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
sassy
yeah,
now. Like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
we can't do shit. But I'm just saying, I mean, I wouldn't care about it, but I would, if you gave me a gift, I wouldn't be mad. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing wrong with giving a gift. You, if that's what the person's into, give them a gift. If the person's not into gifts, then maybe it doesn't have to be a gift. It could be a note of an appreciative note, like, "Hey, thank you for what you've done," or it could just be maybe if the guy likes food, like having his favorite meal,
yeah.
like something like that. It doesn't have to be material. It just has to be a nice gesture.
I think that's where people think of gifts differently. Most is it okay to females because some fellas actually just accept the box. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that goes back to your relationship too. I think like where it's like if we avid people, we get each other gifts all the time. It's like okay, I want to give you like you're gonna know me. You're gonna know your partner. So if you know your partner likes gifts or you like gifts and that's your love language, then of course you're gonna get you a gift. I think it's only right.
And niggas gotta raise their standards a little bit.
That's a
Like
fact.
if you just you accepting the fact that that's all she's giving you and you're not communicating with her or him, this is what you want. This is what I want from you. This is what I would like. This is how I feel appreciated. You not doing that, then nigga, that's on you. Like she's gonna continue to do that if you're not going to say anything. So at that point, it's not the woman's fault. It's your fault for not communicating with her. Because if she really rock with you, and you communicate that to her, she's gonna change it.
I think that like unless you like there's dudes that just buy like bags or like shit like that, like you know what I mean, like expensive shit. But like I think a gift also is me and you going on like a little like 2-day vacation. That's a gift.
That's a great gift.
Exactly. I will take that.
That's a great gift.
I would be like, okay, let's do. Okay, that's what we do. Oh, I'm
Go to
just
the
thinking
Poconos or Atlantic Cities.
something like let's go gamble, let's go chill, let's go do something that you like to do. I think that a gift is something that each other likes. Like if she likes something, then I want to do what she likes to do. That's a gift.
Right.
Like vice versa. Like if I like to sit down and watch the basketball game, smoke hookah, and have a couple of beers, do that with me for once. If you never do it.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yo, I'm gonna just sit down and chop it up with you, but just don't talk to me the whole time.
Right.
But like, oh, I want to watch football with you on Sunday. Like, I would enjoy just cuddling up, watching football, doing all that shit when I don't got the kids. Like, that's something that is, it's okay to have.
Right. Pooms does not suffice if if your spouse wants more than that. Now, if your spouse is not
Talking
communicating,
about just us,
Huh?
men. You talking about?
yeah, like men, like because that was the question. Like,
Mhm,
is that enough? Right? I don't think that's enough if the man has voiced that is not enough, and the woman continues to just do that. At that point, that's not enough. But if that's all she's giving you, and that's not what you're looking for, and you don't communicate that, then that's on the man. That's the man's fault. That's just how I see it.
Even though, like, I think that, like, if you do something romantic and shit like that, like, you're gonna get pussy regardless. Especially if you have, like, there's nobody in the crib and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna wind up getting some box. But, Smooth said we gotta find older women because we living in the past. If we feel like that. Listen, I know a lot of a lot of young women that do that
funny.
shit too, man.
Yeah. If y'all know any women that want to come on the show and give their take, give their opinion, we got 2 seats.
Yeah, we actually do want a woman on the show to come in here and combat us because we only talking from our point of view.
Yeah, hashtag bring Brandi back.
Ooh, where's Brandi? I gotta text her.
Bring Brandi back.
We want to go to Aruba as a gift.
Yeah, like stuff like that. You know your spouse. You know what your spouse can and can't do, right? 9 times out of 10, the average person is not leaving the country for fucking Valentine's Day. We gotta stop. Stop it. Stop. You, the girl you know The girl that's always on Twitter or on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok talking crazy. Listen, we gotta stop that. Matter of fact, no, we don't. Matter of fact, keep doing that. That's fine. You do that on social media. That's your world. Do what you want to do. But we have to understand that social media is a highlight reel. People will post things like this. People will say they're doing this.
No, they don't.
Now that I'm doing video creation and video editing and I'm starting to learn VFX and stuff like that, I can literally, where I'm at right now, I can make this look like Aruba.
Want me to right
and
now?
you would not be able to tell the difference.
Let me see what we could change.
You would not be able to tell the difference. So a lot of these people that we think are going to these places are really not. Like people will go to Puerto Rico, find a nice beach, and say they're in Aruba. That's not the truth. So don't fall for the social media hype, please.
Oh, shit, we in Aruba.
We done moved that fast. Look. I'm going to do my little dance, and then we going to go somewhere else.
We're on the balcony. You about to hit the beach later. Look at that. Look at that. Look.
Right. Like, look how fast that changes. So with that, when you're going by social media standards, and this is why I've always felt like people should not post their relationships on social media, because it opens the Pandora's box for people who don't deserve to have an opinion about your relationship to have an opinion about your relationship.
See, that's my thing where I get like a little like the ick about like, why do I give a fuck about what somebody says about me?
It's not that. But
my relationship at that.
It's not about you giving a fuck. It's about giving people the access that they don't deserve.
No, but
that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. But even if I gave somebody the access just to speak their opinion, I really don't give a fuck.
Right, you don't, but there's people who do give a fuck and still post what's going on in their personal lives on social media. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So for the people who do give a fuck, you shouldn't be doing that. Mm-hmm. But they do it anyway because it looks cool.
Right.
It looks cool to say, oh, I got this. Like, nah, bro, like keep all of that shit behind your door.
I've been seeing that shit for a while. I remember when I told you about dude who would watch videos and whatever like that about women bashing women, and I'm like, nigga, that nigga got a wife. Remember I told you that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I've seen that all the fake shit in that all the time. Like all this shit, they could fake all this shit. Like we just went to Aruba and came back real quick.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Stop living real life by social media standards. Please, you'll never win. Most of the people that are posting these reels saying they're doing this and doing that live probably in the conditions that are similar to you. Mm-hmm. Or if they do have some type of money, it's not money that you think it is. Like a lot of these people be fronting and still living paycheck to paycheck. And that's, again, going back to education. I try not to do it, but I'm here. Mm. You can have a lot of money and still live the same way people live that are in the ghetto, which a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. Just because you have a lot of money, that don't mean you're comfortable. I don't mean you got it. That don't mean you're not banking on someone booking you for a show to pay your bills. It's still like that for a lot of these people that you look up to.
Facts. I know this person. I'm not gonna shout nobody out, but I know this person. She came up to me and she was like, "Yo, look at this. Mm-hmm. Show me the nigga's page," and was like, "Look, he said he's on a private jet. Right? I'm going here. I'm going there. Whatever like that." And she was like, "Yo, I had to take a flight out, right? Like for an emergency. I had to hop on. I hopped on Spirit." He said he posted a picture and he was in front of me. He said he was on a private jet, but I seen this nigga right in front of me the whole flight. She was like, she said when I seen him out, he's always fronting like he got money and all that shit. And I was like, and she was like, but I seen him. He said he was on his way to the spot. I was going to the same place. Saw him on Spirit Airline, but he said he was on a private jet and posted a private jet. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, you got to be.
Look at the Twinder swindler.
Oh.
Case in point.
Oh.
If you have not watched The Twinder Swindler on Netflix, go watch that after listening to this conversation. Just go watch it. I'm not even going to paint the picture for you. But it's literally about what we're talking about, people living fake lives on social media and swindling people doing that. People getting swindled for money. People getting swindled for love. People getting swindled for time. People getting swindled for education. People just getting swindled for everything on social media. Stop believing that shit.
He was like, I'm good, baby. Just send me all this money.
Right. Like social media is not a real place. As much time as we spend there, it's not real. Real life is real life. I don't care if you have on fucking Apple Vision Pros. I don't care if you have on the Meta glasses. Real life is always going to be real life. All that artificial shit will always be artificial, no matter how much they try to bridge that gap.
The problem is, right, realistically, nobody wants to see that.
See what?
That people are just doing that shit to do shit. Like you got your core following that's gonna be like, oh, look at them, they went over there. Like Shorty just believed that this nigga was on a private jet because that's what she's doing.
Right.
Nobody wants to go and be like, okay, he's not doing that. So whatever to them, perception is reality. So it's gonna be like, oh shit, I believe this shit. Look at him doing that. I get videos sent to people like, oh yo, let's do this. Like he's doing this shit, he's making this much money because he's doing this. I'm like, bro, did you see everybody? You see all that other shit? Like, if you don't look and do your due diligence, it's not gonna happen. But people just don't want to see it
because people are fickle. People don't know how to think for themselves.
I know that shit when H&M happened.
Right, and you said that a few times, and I was having a conversation with one of my students today who's into fashion, and he was talking about how it's bullshit how somebody from outside of our culture can take a regular fucking Gildan t-shirt, put a letter or some letters, a word or a symbol, and sell it to our people for $350, and our people will stand in line to buy that shit. But then someone from our own hood could have that same t-shirt with their design and sell it for $25, and y'all won't buy it. Because people are mental slaves.
Shout out to AO Boutique though. I'm about to buy like a couple of hoodies.
Yeah, shout out to AO Boutique, man. That's the guy for real, all the way from B-Mall.
Facts.
And people will buy that $350 t-shirt instead of the $25 t-shirt that'll go further in the community supporting their friends. And that's why I said this year I'm only trying to buy most of my clothes from people who I personally have relationships with. I'm still gonna buy a few brands here and there, cool, but like if my friends don't make it, then I have to go out and buy it. But if my friends make it, I'm buying it from my friends. Like that's my personal goal. And I think we all should be doing that. Because there's no reason why people wearing fucking Fear of God and don't even know who makes the shit. People thought Virgil owned Off-White. He never owned it.
He never owned that shit?
Didn't own it. He didn't own it.
Oh, shit.
He didn't own it. And there's a lot of people that's in the industry that we think are owning these brands and owning these companies, and they don't own them. They probably own the name, but they don't own the company. And that's the difference. But we can get into the whole fashion industry a whole nother day. But me and my student had that conversation. We found that really crazy because, to tie it back to social media, that's a reflection of social media. Social media will make you think that you have to live by a certain standard that's not realistic to the average person. And even to the person who is technically, quote unquote, above average, it doesn't even apply to them either. Because a lot of these people that y'all looking up to, like I said, are living check to check the same way niggas in the projects are living. It just looks cooler because they have a little bit of a more bigger house and some fancy toys, but they still live in check to check like a lot of us. Shit don't change.
And a lot of the shit that they, like a lot of influencers, let's just say, they get a lot of that free shit. They ain't even buying that shit. They got you buying that shit and they ain't even buying it.
Exactly. So stop falling for the okie doke, please. Just support your friends, support the community, support your people. And then if you want to get some shit from another company, cool. It's your bread, you work for it. I'm not the one that's going to tell you to do something different. But what I am saying, if you could support the local person that's trying to be on the come up, or if you could support the local person that got some fly shit, but you don't want to admit it because the whole town ain't admitting it, still support that. Support that. Support that. Y'all want to buy Fear of God, but don't want to buy from the kid that's right down the block that got some shit that's way more fire than Fear of God. Like my student, matter of fact, go to sixhearts.com, SIX hearts.com, and go buy some fly shit from him today. Because I wish I had the hoodie on now. I got about 2 or 3 hoodies from him. Go buy some. He got some fly hoodies.
So said, shut up, you're ruining our bag.
My bad. I'm not trying to, but it is what it is.
No, and I agree. I think this that whole conversation, like, let's not even talk about the money situation and the just even the support situation. I remember when me and Gina had a conversation about what she felt like having. I didn't want to say what's going on, and I told her, like, yo, people are not gonna really support you the way that they should, and we should. Everybody should be able to support. $25 here or there. You right. You absolutely right. But then they'll, like Mo said, they go to the spot and go buy a bottle of Casamigos for $250.
But see, all right, I'm fine with that, right? Like my friends and my family and my circle, like I'm not looking to them to be a source of support, right? Our relationship was not founded upon that. It was not founded upon you doing something for me or me doing something for you. It was founded upon love, trust, and respect. So that's the core foundation of my circle with my family. So as long as that's there, whether you support it or not, I really don't give a fuck. It's for the people that look like me, right? That see that I got some fly shit and just won't support it just because it's me.
Me. Oh, okay. I got you.
That's the audience I'm talking to. I may not know you like that. I'll probably see you from time to time. We probably dap each other up. Or you could be a complete stranger. But if you see somebody that looks like you, that is from a community that you may be familiar with or that you're from, and you see that they're on the come up and they got some fly shit. I'm not saying support trash. It's not what I'm saying. If it's trash, it's trash. There's fire expensive shit that's trash that y'all still buy.
Facts.
Right? So if it's trash, it's trash. We got to stop that. If it's trash, don't buy it. But if it's some fly shit and you could afford it and you know that person is on the grind, on the come up, trying to get to their money and they're doing something positive, support that. That's all I'm saying. Your friends and family, don't look to them for support. Nah. Because if they really your friends and family, when you down to your last, they're going to be there. Those are the people you need to keep. Don't put no more expectations on them. Nah, they doing their job. They gonna be there for you. They gonna have conversations with you when you need them. They gonna check up on you, make sure you're okay. They gonna be there if you. They gonna be there if you fall on your face. What you mean?
Not everybody. I disagree with that part. But
I'm saying for my circle. I'm saying for the people that you put in your circle. That's what they do typically in your circle. They gonna be there for you.
I don't think that people know how to define their circle though.
Then that's a personal problem.
Yeah, it's like I want everybody to be my circle, but I need all of them over there to buy it too.
Right, like I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. I have one of my closest friends. Right?
Emmanuel, I'm gonna get to that question though.
One of my closest friends. He's serving 16 years in prison. Right. All he can offer me right now is just love, conversation, and a genuine friendship. And I'm not saying this because he's in prison, but all I'm saying is that's all I need from him. That's my friend.
Agreed.
And then when he comes home, it's the same shit. I'm not looking to my friend, somebody that I consider a brother, to give me any more than that. Because that right there is harder to find in most people. So when you have that, keep it and cherish it and don't take that for granted. And we all, or I can't say all, but some of us may have people who we have those type of relationships with, right? And we may take it for granted. No, like keep those, cherish those. Those shits matter.
That's a fact. That's a fact. He's Smooth said he could get you them parlays though, cause them niggas in jail's been going crazy.
And he do. Yo, he called me today. Yo, I got a 4-pick. Yo, put this in.
What you talking about? Oh, I know you talking about.
I mean,
he did win the other. Like, remember you said that?
Bro,
like, say, yo, he called me and said, yo, put this in and won.
He said, yo, put the parlay in. I got this. Boom, 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 boom. All right, boom. I got that. All right, take that now. Spread. Do this. Do that. Make sure you put this points over. Take a couple points off. You're gonna do. Bro, that shit is like a science to them now.
Yo, nah, that is fucking hilarious. He be winning, right?
Yeah. He be putting some numbers on the board.
It is hard to find genuine, good-hearted people, man. I want to see you win. It is, but then also, to me, I just really don't give a fuck about it anymore. Because I got like you said, I got my core group of people that's going to be there for no matter what, so.
That's it.
And a lot of, no funny shit, a lot of strangers, a lot of strangers or people that I've met that are new to me really support me way more than a lot of people that I know that I thought was going to support me. So it's like it goes both ways.
And that's the way, to me, that's the way it's supposed to be. Because if you're building, and this is to just all my people from my community, right? We have to stop building businesses to be local. We have to start building scalable businesses. And what do I mean by that? How can we put together a business? Because at the end of the day, in order for your business to be successful, you need strangers. That's the mindset that we have to get into.
Agreed.
So if you know you need strangers, your family and friends don't even fucking matter in that regard. Because even if all your friends and family supported you, it won't be enough for you to retire rich. So don't worry about the family and friends. How can you make your business scalable? So that way, people in California, people in Utah, people in Florida, people in Texas, people in Chicago, people in upstate New York, people in Jersey. You want people in Europe, people in Italy, people in China, people in Africa. How can you get all of these people, these strangers, right, to invest and buy into your product? We have to make businesses that can do that. And it doesn't mean it has to be clothing. It could be, we could get into tech. We can get into artificial intelligence.
Jewelry.
We can get into jewelry. It's so much shit that we can do.
We can do crystals.
We can do anything. Bro, you can do anything.
Art.
You can do anything. Insurance, you can do anything, right? But then now it's about, okay, how do I go from this being a local business to a scalable, profitable, nationwide or worldwide business? When you crack that code, you'll break the matrix and you'll be financially free for the rest of your life.
And that was good.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm here. Appreciate everybody who's in the chat too, man.
Yeah, facts. Thanks everybody for talking to us
today,
today, man.
Thank you. This means the world to us.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I'm having But I agree. I agree with everything you said, man. And I gotta tell a lot of people that too, man. I'm like, listen, like, you need these people, like.
Yeah, bro. You my bad.
If you don't, you good. But if you don't have them, like I go to funny shit. I go to the bar up the block right now. You know how many people got our shirt on? At a stranger's like, yo, Just, can I buy that?
Mm-hmm.
I had it. I remember when I had my car, nigga went to my back trunk and bought 3. It was like, yo, I'm gonna wear these shits. So I'm gonna just put up. Like, that's a stranger. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not saying that people didn't do that shit. And I will never say that because that's not true.
Right.
But just other people, you need to get out there. You need to do all that shit. You think that just having a store or and you have your clothing in the store and your friends and family gonna come in, you need somebody to walk by and be like, what is this? I need to go in there. I need that. So yeah, I need these. Yeah, we need strangers and shit like that.
If you want to get rich, it won't be your family. It will be strangers. So we have to figure out, and we have to read books, and we have to watch YouTube videos on how to win the mindset of a stranger. That's gonna be my new book. How to win the mindset of a stranger. And if you could do that, you can make your business scalable. Again, stop worrying about support from friends and family. Keep them in the friends and family
zone,
yep. Pile, compartment, whatever you want to do. How do you win strangers? And how do you win strangers in masses? You answer that question and turn them into customers, there you go.
That is true. That is what Smooth does. Smooth does that. Smooth,
yeah, so case in point.
Yeah.
So now we know people that do it, right? Smooth has given us a bunch of ideas for us to make our podcast better, right? And she's always been supportive of us. And again, we appreciate that. I appreciate it. Justin appreciates it. Like, we appreciate that for sure. 40 Central appreciates that. Now, you all are watching right now that are trying to scale your business. We just told you someone, Smooth Lindo, follow her right now on IG, DM her, tell her 40 Central sent you, and you need help scaling your business. What's your price? Simple as that. And this is how we build and we network with each other. Because you'll be a stranger to Smooth. Smooth will be a stranger to you. Y'all collaborate and figure out a way to support each other. And that's how we win. Because a lot of us are going for the same goal. We all want personal freedom. We all want financial freedom. A lot of us are going for these same things. So a lot of us are like-minded individuals. But now how can we build off of each other's talents? I learned stuff from 15 Rounds of Boxing and their podcast. Thanks. They may be learning stuff from us. I learn stuff from Smooth Lindo all the time. She may be learning some stuff from us. I've learned some stuff from Blunt Wisdom. They may be learning some stuff from us. So people that's like-minded, those are the ones that you want to start building with. Those are the ones that you want to do new projects with. Those are the ones that you want to push to greatness. Those are the people that want to be different. Get away from these fucking average Joes, man. The average Joes, hang around them from time to time, cool, but have conversations with people that want to get rich.
That's a fact. Man, listen, me, Gina and Jazz was in my crib the other day, and we was just like talking about like how shit's gonna get done. We was talking about the end of the world though. Remember that? But I told you. But just like trying to get everybody on the same page. Like if you're on the same page with you, man, y'all gotta just keep on going, because you're not gonna have everybody on the same page with you at the same time. And it's hard. It's hard to get. It's hard. Like, yeah, listen, I'm not for nothing. Y'all see us up here every Thursday. As we and him are here 100% of the time. And it's hard for us to get people here every time. Y'all don't understand how hard it is to do a show live every Thursday with people that you want to do it with. And we appreciate them for coming on every time and just being here with us. And it's a difficult task. Getting people on the same, we can't, honestly, we got a group chat. Can we get all of us to go out to eat?
No.
And we've been trying to go out to eat for like 2 years. Just to go out to eat. But to shout out to the people that actually come, the Manuel, Kev when he was coming, Warren when he comes, Zay when he get a chance to come. You know what I mean? Pause. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
But shout out to them because like trying to do this shit by yourself and trying not to understand people that want to do get this shit done with you, man. We need to do it all at the same time. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, stay sucker free, man. I'm
Glad you said that. Four Corners. Go follow Four Corners, please. Stay sucker free.
Yes, and go follow them on
YouTube. Leeches are around. There are leeches around.
Mm-hmm.
There are suckers around. Stay sucker free, please. We didn't take anything away from this conversation tonight. Stay sucker free.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Mo, yeah. Now y'all know, right? Doing live shows is totally different. It's true. It's true. I'm glad y'all doing y'all thing, man. We need them to get to 1,000 followers by the end of this month.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. 1,000 followers by the end of this month, so that they
can do that.
We could definitely do that. Yeah.
We definitely do that.
You want to do the Super Bowl real quick before we get out of here? I didn't even know we've been on this long. That was a great conversation.
Yeah, no, definitely good convo. I mean, we could just make it quick, honestly.
Tap in. We starting another podcast called The Group Chat.
Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah, Smooth got the talk about your podcast too. Talking smooth shit. Yes, definitely go support that. If you are interested in GTA RP, definitely hit up Smooth Lindo as well. She does GTA RP with Metaflix Network.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a great group of people. I think they're from Philly, if I'm not mistaken. Join up the server. They make a lot of, I'm talking about like dope cinematic content.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're doing some shit that nobody else is doing. Nobody. So tap in with them now before they start charging people to get into their server. I'm telling you, in about a year or two, probably by the end of the summer, I'm not even gonna lie to you. By the end of the summer, they're gonna be charging people to get into their server. So just get in now. Don't wait. Get in now.
Thanks. Did you go back on? Are you still on or no?
No, I'm still on it. I just haven't, this new semester has been killing me with, creating this curriculum, so I haven't really just had the time to get on and make content. I flew in, I think, last week I flew in for a little while. Nobody was on, but...
Oh, shit. Raising Canaan posted them already, too.
Yo!
Did you see it, or...
That was my idea!
Oh.
That was and again, I'm glad they're using it actually, I'm not saying it on some hand shit,
other day,
but I said, I said, we should make content. No, but they did it a different way. But my original idea was, we should make content where we do an alternate universe based on power. So we'll take certain turning points in the series and just do the opposite of what would have happened had it gone through this way. So for example, Ghost dying, right? What would it have been like had Ghost survived? We remake that, we shoot that, we film that, we create a Ghost character, a Tommy character, Tariq character, Tasha character, all the main characters, and we remake an alternate universe. They did basically a remake of, did they do it? It wasn't an alternate universe, but they did some remakes of certain scenes and things like that, which was fire. I love the fact that they did that. But that goes to show you, when you around people that want to get it, they gonna fucking figure it out. And those are the people that you need to keep around. I said the idea. We had the conversation. Homie said, that's fire. He showed me that he could make a Raising Kanan t-shirt on the spot, put it on put it on himself or something like that, on his character, which was fire. And then they started shooting the Raising Kanan scenes. And then I think Smooth just said they put it on
Raising Kanan.
Put on Raising Kanan. That's fucking crazy, bro.
That's thing she said. Raising Kanan posted them.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
No funny shit. They need Herbert the pervert there though.
They need Herbert to pop up. They need Hoodie SB to pop up.
Yeah.
They need you to pop up. Need everybody, man. Everybody that got a computer that could do gaming. Come pop out.
Yeah, y'all want to pop out? Hit one of us up. If y'all don't have Smooth Lean, though, just hit one of us up or go follow her, and we'll put y'all in the right direction. For real. Oh, they doing Def Jam 2024. That's gonna be crazy. Oh wait, Def Jam Vendetta.
That's gonna be crazy.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Yep.
That's fire.
They're doing everything, and it's crazy. It's crazy what they're doing in that. And again, like I said, by the end of the summer, you're gonna have to pay to get in. I'm telling you, bro. Like, they're doing futuristic shit. They just don't have all the eyeballs on the projects that they're doing.
Not yet. Don't worry. Everything's gonna go up from here. I said it. This 2024 has to be our year. For everybody, for all of us in here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm good. Super Bowl real quick? You don't have to.
I'll just make mine quick. Hey, yo, Usher. I'm not a prisoner of the moment, but listen, bro. You did your thing. I knew the Usher shit was real when I just saw people getting thrown in the air. I don't know if anybody else noticed that.
Oh, I saw that.
When I'm watching this
white
shit,
dude got thrown in the air.
Yeah, I'm watching it, and it's a nigga doing this shit in the air. Like,
do you see the bitch that fell off the pole?
I didn't see that either, but that just goes to show you, like, yo, it was crazy. The halftime show performance was amazing. Shout out to Hove, Jay-Z, Sean Carter for putting it together.
You want to know what I didn't like, though?
Go ahead.
I think I was in the room for the people that was a little younger than me.
Okay.
And only me and the people around our age was hyped for the show.
But that's how it usually
I
is,
just
though.
hated that, though, because I'm like, yo, what, y'all don't know this song? I was so mad.
I mean,
I was so tight.
But so here's
I'm
the
over
thing.
there singing and shit. I got lit.
Now at this age, I understand when, like, I was a kid and older adults were saying, like, you had to be there. Right. Now I understand, like, some of those Usher songs, even though he did a great job, like, covering, like, generations worth of songs he has made, but for the ones that we were in when they were, like, #1 charting songs and singles, it hits differently when you was there. It hits differently when you heard it through the boom box and you had the CD and you burned the CD to have that song, or you with the fam and the fam is turning up with the music in that big ass wall unit with a bunch of knobs and shit that you don't know how to even work it. You just turn one of them on and it work. Like, you had to be there for that. So we internalize that music differently. It's gonna be the same thing with them when they get older. Some of the songs that they listen to now, when they get older, the kids that are in their living rooms, when they're the adults, not gonna understand.
Nah, the man who said if Yeet does that shit next year, I ain't gonna know shit either. You absolutely fucking right.
Right.
You absolutely fucking right. And Smooth, I know, I've seen a lot of strippers. I know what's called drop, but I ain't know if she fell or dropped. Like, I just saw that shit on Instagram.
Oh, nah, I ain't know one of them fell. Was she okay? Did
she dropped. I guess she said she dropped. She did it. She, like, the shit move, it just went all the way down.
Like, did the pole collapse?
No. She just, it looked like she, like, the Instagram I saw, it looked like she just went down and just.
Oh, so she didn't get hurt?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. But no, that Usher halftime performance was amazing.
It was.
Some people
saying,
saying,
where do you put that on? Like, the scale?
It's hard to judge because I'm biased. So it's like, I'm biased when it comes to, like, my performance, like the music that I lived through.
Right. So who was you taking over that?
I mean, you got to put Michael Jackson in the conversation.
But did you watch that?
But this is what I'm saying.
No.
I've seen it on YouTube. I watched it on YouTube, and it was pretty dope. But again, I wasn't there for that. So for me to say Usher's was better than that makes sense to me because it impacts me in a different way. So now I got to look at some of the performances that I did see. I've seen Beyonce. I think I've seen Prince, because Prince did this shit in the rain, right? Purple Rain, and it started raining outside. There was some nostalgic shit like that. So Prince, Beyonce, Usher, of course. I can't think of anybody else that had. Then somebody came from, like, the top of the stadium. Was that Taylor Swift?
I really don't remember a lot of the halftimes. I'd be drunk by halftime.
Yeah. So, but this one, I know for sure I'm gonna remember. Like, damn, I remember being in the living room watching that Usher.
Oh, Janet Jackson with JT. Does Usher top that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, and I say that with respect, but the reason why people remember that is because
her titty came out.
The titties flopped out on a Sunday afternoon. That's all people remember about that.
What about the last year, the one in LA with Dre and them?
I think this was better than that.
I think
because
this one's better, too.
for him to do that essentially alone, like these were all his records. The West Coast one just had a bunch of different
West Coast
people.
niggas.
And it had like New Yorkers, like 50 was on there, Mary was on there, I think. So it was just, it had a lot of star power, which was cool. But this Usher one, like just the artwork in it too. Like he wasn't doing anything like super like he didn't degrade his body or nothing like that. Like the outfits were dope, the dances were dope, the song selection was dope,
Yeah, it was.
the lighting was dope, the partying was dope, the strippers were dope, the dancers, like everything just came together. And then the guest that he had, it was just like, it didn't seem forced to make the show look good. You know what I'm saying? So for him to do the performance with Alicia Keys, it didn't feel like he had her out there to make the performance better. It was like, no, this is a dope song, and she was on it, so she has to be here.
I just wanted to know where the fuck he get them skates from. Hey, that was fast.
That was crazy.
Like he went, they panned over, the nigga came back in skates.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
what
that
the
was crazy.
fuck?
Even with the white suit to the blue suit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He had the white suit on, and then I think Herb came out with the guitar, which is fire as well.
And then he came out with the skates after that.
Bro,
Herb came out with the guitar. That was fire. I fucked with her.
That was a great way to, like, not put a cap on, but to just showcase everything that he's been doing for the last couple years with like the Tiny Desk stuff, the Las Vegas shows and stuff. Yep, the residency, all of those things, and then to, like do this in Vegas.
You know why he extended his residency, bro? Right?
No,
because he's like, if I extend my residency, y'all got to put me on the Super Bowl. Like he planned it out perfectly to be do the Super Bowl.
And
it worked.
I'm glad it worked, man.
Worked.
Shout out to Usher, man. One of the greatest to ever do it. And while we on the subject, and I know this is like kind of like hate, stop comparing Chris Brown to Michael Jackson. Listen, stop that. There is no other Mike Jack. Chris Brown will never be in the same circle as Mike Jack. And now with this Super Bowl performance, Usher is low-key widening the gap. I love Chris Brown. That's my era, my generation. But we gotta relax. He's not Mike Jack.
How you feel about the Kappa shimmying and Usher too?
I mean, I thought that was cool too. Like you giving the HBC, and that's another thing. The band was fire. Like it had the HBCU vibe with the 90. Like think about that.
Right?
The 90 songs with the HBCU vibe, with the fire fashion, with the Atlanta strippers. Like the shit was this mind-boggling. And niggas getting thrown in the air and not giving a fuck. Like, that's crazy. You don't see that anywhere.
What other, I think where are they doing next year? I forgot what they were doing next year. But like, what other place right now would be something really monumental?
What do you mean?
For Super Bowl. Like, who would do the Super Bowl that'd be monumental?
Like performance?
Mm-hmm.
That could potentially top that?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Lil Wayne.
I guess they do it in New Orleans.
And being that it's going to be New Orleans, if Lil Wayne and he brings out Young Money and Young Money does a set together, it could potentially top it. But what made Usher's so unique was the dancing and the choreography with the singing. And it's hard for a rapper to surpass that. But if one did, I do think it could be Lil Wayne. And especially if he brings out Drake and Nicki Minaj, oh my God, that place would go crazy.
Yeah, like I seen that.
That place would go crazy.
Super Bowl scripted. Next one's in New Orleans. It is gonna be in New Orleans. I was just saying that.
But that's why I said Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I was just saying that. I didn't even know.
It's gonna be in.
Katy Perry. Katy Perry had a crazy Super Bowl. She had a robotic lion.
But that's why I said I'm biased. Like a Katy Perry Super Bowl halftime performance could be spectacular.
Not for you.
It's not gonna resonate with me because I'm not familiar with the music.
Speaking of resonating with people, man, shout out to the other podcast that took our content. Man, we spoke about Eminem and then said what we said, and then now they got that shit up too. Man, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for real.
It'd be like that.
Yeah,
this is a copycat world.
Yeah.
Like now.
I think said the exact same thing we said.
Right. I want to say this was Trig that said this. I could be wrong, but now I think somebody was saying this. I heard somebody say that. Now we're in an era where it's cool to just be the person that you see, right? It's cool to see a TikTok video and just mimic that. It's cool
you can see that
to plagiarize.
You can
cool
see
to
that
do
with
it.
all the kids, and they got the same hairstyle.
This is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
Everybody looks exactly the same, and I feel like that is a downfall to just society. There's no within the new generation. There's no coolness about being a unique individual. It's, are you a part of the trend? And you are lit if the thing is, you're lit if you're a part of the trend. Before it was, you're lit if you know how to be lit outside of the trend. It's not like that no more. Now it's, can everybody do the TikTok challenge? Can everybody do the TikTok dance? It wasn't like that on MySpace. MySpace, how unique can you make your profile, even though you on MySpace? If you on Twitter, can your tweet stand out from everybody else? Like, that's what it was.
I didn't send that to you? I'm going to send it to you. I think it's in the chat. If you go to the chat, it's there somewhere. But we got to learn the algorithm. That's why you beat it.
Right, and true, that's part of the algorithm. But now we got to have the conversation. Are we selling our souls to the algorithm? And what are the long-term consequences of doing so? So what if we sell our souls to an algorithm for 50 years? How does that impact not only us as individuals, but how does that impact our families and those around us?
Yo, bro, Mo, listen. When we started this shit, there has been many viral videos that we didn't go viral, but we had the conversation before that, and the next week, the next day, niggas are saying the same fucking thing. So trust me, I've been calling this shit out all the time. I don't care if you take it. Give us some credit. Like, that's all I care about. Yo, we heard it on this podcast. When we see shit, we be like, yo, I heard it on this podcast, whatever like that. Just give us our fucking credit, because like we be feeding a lot of y'all niggas information, and y'all be taking our shit.
But again, that's all gonna work out in the long run.
Hell yeah.
Because when everybody gets their $1 million subscriber plaque, when we're getting invited to be a part of certain clubs and organizations, and we're able to just donate money back and then not hurt our pockets, we're in that position, and again, we're going to be at the top of the food chain, and then people going to continue to copy us, and that's cool. But then now we'll be able to see podcasts that are up and coming and be able to pull them up. Like the people who are on top now should be doing. But, you know, shit's going to be different when we get the ball. I'll tell you that right now.
In fact, the crazy thing is, right, as I've said this on many lives, but I ain't really give a fuck about the community until, like, you had to show me I had to give a fuck about the community. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I'm like, yo, listen, like, you see that basketball court? Like, I like when kids is on that shit because I hear them playing now. They wasn't playing before.
Right.
Like, I changed my perspective on a lot of things. I changed how I think. I changed what I want to do, and I changed a lot of that shit. And now that I could, even though it's annoying to hear little kids playing in the back at 2 o'clock in the morning playing basketball, I'm happy also.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a beautiful thing. And we are doing that shit. And y'all can't not tell us otherwise.
Right. And now imagine if we had a real investor give us a bag, the work that we'd be able to do. Like, we're doing this solely off relationship building and fundraising. Right? Now imagine when we actually get the bag to be able to create a content studio for kids to be able to come in here and learn how to make TikTok videos and learn how to use a green screen and learn how to edit on Adobe Premiere Pro and photos. Like, we could build a whole factory where kids will learn how to make jobs that could change the trajectory of their lives forever. But some of y'all just too scared to invest. And I get it. You know, investing is risky. But if you're going to bet on anybody, it's us, because we got the team. Telling you right now, we got the team. We got the team.
We got the more than a team. We got a big ass family. Like,
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
Y'all don't understand. We coming from every angle. Pause.
Yeah, that was.
I know. I had to say it.
No, you caught yourself.
Right,
That was cool. That was cool.
But like, yeah, listen, y'all better get us now, for real.
All right, man. You ready to wrap up?
I'm ready. Anybody got anything to say? Want to say that? Ask us real quick. If y'all do, y'all got 2 minutes. Not, we out of here.
Word.
Oh, matter of fact, shout out to my mom. Her birthday was on Tuesday.
Hey!
Yeah, let's go. Nah, I called myself Mo. My uncle's birthday's on Friday. We got to shout out to one of our podcast members, man, Zay Guns, man. Zay, his birthday's on Monday, man.
Zay Day.
Yeah, man. So next Thursday he'll probably be here. We're gonna celebrate with him on Monday, and we're gonna continue, man. Just doing what we gotta do, man. We appreciate all of y'all.
I want to play something that I just found. Like,
you got the wire?
No, I'm gonna just play it from the phone. This shit had me crying today. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this.
Who is that?
Mike Epps.
Hand like this, but the nigga sing R&B. Nigga, baby. And I really wanna love you. I said, baby. And I really wanna love you. Little hand be swinging. You know, girl.
Oh shit, my fault, man. You're right. You're absolutely right. I forgot about that.
That's how you wipe the sweat on his head.
I'm gonna share this with y'all in the 40 Central broadcast. I don't know why I found this, but I just thought this was funny.
I just feel like you should comment on this one real quick. Let me find it.
And I really wanna love you. There was a question?
Nah, it was a question and a statement at the same time. What?
I said, baby.
Okay.
And I really wanna love you. Oh, while he's looking for that, Juneteenth. It's a big fight coming up. If you haven't heard, Kev and I will be having a boxing exhibition match at Underdog Gym, hosted by the Falcons on Juneteenth.
Oh, you got to fight tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, Ofacio Falcon will be fighting in Madison Square Garden tomorrow night. New York City, the best place to have a boxing event. Ofacio Falcon will continue his undefeated streak. Make sure you support that brother. If you are unable to go to the fight, that's okay. You can support the family by signing up at Underdog Gym, which is on East Tremont, in the Throsneck section of the Bronx. You can go to Underdog Gym, which is on East Tremont in the Throsneck section of the Bronx. Mm-hmm. Go there, sign up, let's get fit together. I'm there, Kev's there, Fight Night X is there, the gang is all there. We in there, we're training, we're sweating, we're putting in pain, getting right in the boxing gym. Come get fit, come get right, come start changing your life and eating healthy. It has definitely been a great journey thus far for me. I've already lost some weight. I think I'm down. I'm getting closer and closer to 200. That's what I'm trying to get to.
That's a catch weight, right?
Yeah, so I'm trying to get closer and closer to 200. Since I've joined the gym, I have been dropping some weight. Let's just get right. Let's get right, man. When you feel good and you look good, it helps with your mental health as well, man. I promise you that. So
maybe I need to start because I need my mental health to get back.
Yeah. Come join the gym.
I be lazy. Doc Rivers fucking sucks. He's 3-7 since the Bucks picked him up, but Mark Jackson can't get a sit down. What you think about that? I know you wanted to say something about this bum ass. Let me not say anything.
Okay, so when it comes to this particular situation, we have to be careful with being judgmental when new coaches come into situations like this, right? Because when you're a coach and you come into a locker room of men, right? Men that are being paid millions of dollars to play basketball. It is very difficult to get a buy-in from your superstar, especially if he didn't have a hand in picking you. It is very difficult to get buy-in from any all-stars or just in general, any of your players that are getting minutes. You have to get that first. And then you have to establish a routine, systems, right? You have to eradicate everything that the old coach was doing and reteach them your systems, your policies, your expectations. That takes time. So the Bucks will get worse before they get better. And I'm not going to say we need to pull the plug on Doc Rivers yet, but I do think that
They're definitely not going to put it that fast, though.
this is what I'm saying. So this part is part of the process that they all have to go through. So
Same with as a new player coming to the team.
but I think it's harder to acclimate as a coach than it is to acclimate as a player, because as a coach, you're the head of the ship now. As a player, you could just go in, plug and play, whatever the coach is telling you to do, you just do it. But now as a coach, you got to get the buy-in from everybody on the team, from the players to the assistant coaches that you didn't bring in to the GM. You got to earn all of this respect in a short amount of time. So I'm going to give Doc some slack because it's still early, but his track record doesn't show that the Bucks should be excited about him being there, because he's blown a bunch of 3-1 leads in the playoffs. So that part remains to be seen, but I'm not going to judge him just yet because it's still very early, and I understand as a coach it is very difficult to get buy-in from your players.
A championship coach?
What you mean? Will he be a championship coach? Who, Doc?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are you asking is it harder to get – is
No.
it easier because he's a championship coach?
No, he's just saying a championship coach, though, is like with the face. So I think he means, is he a championship coach?
Oh, no. He is a
I'm already just trying to
him,
picture it how he would say it.
okay, so Doc Rivers being a championship coach doesn't really affect this scenario because, one, he won the championship in 2008, which was, ain't that almost like 2 decades ago? So he, like, that shit is pretty, like, the people he won that championship with are no longer in the NBA. So it's like, they don't even really care. Nobody really cares about that. But his recent track record, like what he did with the Clippers, doesn't really speak too highly for him. And it's not like the Clippers didn't have the talent. They had the talent, and he just couldn't get over the hump. So now he's coming to the Bucks, and it's like, I just think he needs time, man. Is it impossible? No, for them to turn it around, but I do think it'll get worse before it gets better.
Okay. I'm good on that.
Yeah,
I ain't got nothing to say on that.
I'm good.
I said, baby. What he said after that?
And I really want to love you. I said, baby. And I really want to love you. But you got to see the hand gesture that he was doing. That's what makes it.
Yeah, put that in.
That's what makes the joke.
Listen, if y'all not, go and subscribe to our 40 Central Network on Instagram. That's
Instagram broadcast channel.
Instagram broadcast channel, yeah. That's where he puts up a lot of other information or memes, and that's where you could go watch 15 rounds of boxing. When Blunt Wisdom comes back, we put that up there. Go and do that. As a champions coach, is it harder to get buy-in from players? Or should it be easier?
No, it's definitely easier because you have some type of establishment and credit in the league. But for Doc Rivers, being that he got his championship so long ago, is like these younger players that were probably in middle school or elementary school when he won that championship just don't give a fuck about it. And it's not like he had a great winning track record after that. So you had your championship. Once KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen left, you've never been to the finals again. So it's like a lot of people don't have that type of respect. But for like a player, like a coach like Greg Pop, a coach like Phil Jackson, even a coach like Bud, who won with the Bucks, a coach, I forgot the dude that was with the Toronto Raptors. I forgot his name. But whatever, even him, Nick Nurse. So like the coaches like that have won championship. Was it Nick Nurse that won the championship for the Bucks?
I think so.
Or was it Bud? It was one of them. But those more recent championships, I think, have a little bit more weight than the championship from 2008. Yes, that is him being a fucking all-star game coach after being there for like 10 games.
3 games.
Is disgusting. That's disgusting. That's a spit in the face to all the other coaches in the Eastern Conference that have been busting their ass.
Facts.
Joe Mazzulla from the Celtics.
But he couldn't do it. He couldn't get it.
Why not?
Because he did it last year.
The fuck does that mean?
I think they have a 1 year.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
But I think that's what Gingy said.
Okay, so then,
he
all right,
said,
so...
Yeah, he said the reason why he couldn't do it because he already did it last year.
All right, so X him out. What about who's the coach for Philly again? I forgot, but whoever that is. Joel Embiid has been playing his ass off looking like a potential MVP when he's on the floor. I think coaching has a lot to do with that, especially after losing James Harden. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau could have got it.
That's a fact. Because the Knicks are playing their ass off. And I'm not even a Knicks fan, so
Yeah,
that's
I
a
was about
lot.
to say that. I was just about to say that. I would never say that, but they balling.
They hooping.
They balling. Oh, All-Star Weekend is this weekend. What you doing this weekend?
Well, I'm going to the fight tomorrow.
Oh, you gonna go to the fight?
Yeah, I'm going to the fight tomorrow.
You bought tickets?
Yeah, I got yeah. So I'm gonna be going down there tomorrow, Saturday.
Did you get credentials?
No, we didn't get credentials, so I'm not gonna bring the camera.
Oh, I was about to say, are you gonna bring it? Yeah.
Nah, I wish, but
you should bring it. You should definitely bring it.
I don't think you're allowed to.
Are you driving?
No.
Okay, then don't bring it.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to. Yeah, I don't think I have any. Oh, me and my girl going to Patricia's. I'm gonna take it to Patricia's.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Did you try it out the spot?
No, I forgot all about that.
Oh.
Was it another? There wasn't another Patricia's. It wasn't.
No, it's I forgot.
I need a picture of it. So.
I can show you where it's at. It's right there by Planet Fitness.
By the
Under
school?
the train.
By the school?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta try that too. I'll probably do that on Sunday if I got time.
Oh man. This weekend I'm probably gonna celebrate my mom's birthday. Do something with them. All-Star Weekend is here, so I'm probably gonna watch that shit. And man, just get ready for next week because I got like 6 birthdays next week.
That's a lot to do.
Yeah, and the kids got no school, so it's good.
Shout out to whoever created the remote control. Shout out to whoever created the screwdriver.
Shout out to the niggas I played with in the church league.
Shout out to whoever created the first cardboard box.
Cardboard box is crazy. Like what was the first thing you think a nigga shipped?
Air. Got to see it.
Just to see if it worked?
Mm-hmm. Shout out to whoever created glasses. Definitely helped the world with that. Shout out to whoever created boots. Snow boots.
Water.
Whoever created water?
I don't know. He just said water.
Yo, what are we doing? I mean, shit. The only thing I have to do next week is just Kips Bay, and that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's the only thing I really have to do. And I may have a couple of practices, but yeah, let's work next week for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Did y'all know a black man made the first doorknob? Thank you for telling us. Now I know.
A black man created the third rail on the train.
The shit that kills you?
Yep. But it's highly important for the function of a train.
You watch Blacklist?
Blacklist, no.
No, with James Spader?
No, I'm not a movie or TV show person like that. I just got into game shows on Netflix. I started watching Bullshit.
Oh, I love that shit.
That's a good show.
I did watch that.
That's a good show.
It's funny though.
No, it is.
Yeah. Why you know that? Because I remember the time that I went to Tanzania and there was an ocean right next to me. You're like, is this nigga lying and that like that? Like you gotta be a good bullshit. I could win that shit easily.
You should.
First things niggas shipped was water.
Water?
Yeah. Yeah, better be editing Surviving the Trenches. I know.
Do that.
Yeah, we
could do that. We could do that. I'm down for that for sure.
Osborne Dorsey was the first black man to make the doorknob copy.
Osborne?
Osborne Dorsey.
Nah, naming a black kid Osborne is crazy.
We need to film something. I'm with it. Let's film something this week. I got shit I want to do too. Let's go viral and do some homework. Whatever you want to do, Smooth, we down. I got the kids, but I got my daughter this week, so we good.
Kanye dropped the album?
One more thing. Yeah, fuck with Kanye. I didn't listen to it yet. In my opinion, is the best album. All right.
It dropped?
Yeah, it did. It's with him and Ty Dolla $ign. But I heard that they took it off of the app.
Off what app?
Off Apple Music and all the DSPs. I could be wrong. Vulture's one.
Oh no, that's on here.
It's on there? I heard it was really good.
I'm about to listen to this tomorrow.
It's back on? All right, cool. I'm gonna download that shit too because they took it all off DSPs. Yeah, they trying to not let him do his shit up, but He's charting. Now that shit's definitely gonna chart. I heard like 2 songs and I was like, oh shit, all right, Kyle, I gotta get on this.
I'm listening to this on the way home.
Yeah. On the way home, nigga, we're
And
gonna
on the
be,
train.
it takes us like 2 seconds.
I mean, I'm started though. I can see what type of vibe he going on with the first record.
Yeah, nah. The niggas went crazy. They went crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, I got you. We gonna. I mean, this week I'm free too, so But let's sit down and chop it up. We'll definitely talk about it. Anything else you got to say? Anything y'all want to say before we get out of here, man?
Just smash that like button.
Quick 2 hours. I didn't even feel like that.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. This was a late start. Sorry for the late start, but things happen. And thank you for just supporting this podcast for real, supporting our journeys. Make sure you smash that like button. You can cop some merch. We do have merch for you to cop. And just thank you, man. Thank you. Can't thank you well enough.
That's a fact. I mean, I don't even want to. I can't have nothing else to piggyback on that because we just appreciate all of y'all out there. Every week being here, more and more people watching it at a longer period of time and being with us this whole time. Thank you. Don't worry, we're gonna get better.
Word.
Smooth said get better. We gotta get better.
West Side.
So we gonna do what we gotta do. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We out of here?
Yep.
You good?
That's it.
Bye. Oh shit.